So hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. It's been long. I did a face cover. How are you doing, guys? Hope you're doing fine. All right. So if you can see the picture right there, that's the style where the mark is. Okay, the circle. That's I want to illustrate to us how to get that side slit in front. Okay, when you are cutting a center top. So without wasting time, let's hit into the video and do that. And if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. Alright. Also, if you check in the description, there's a link to my WhatsApp group. Click that link and join WhatsApp so that we'll do more of fashion together. So what are you waiting for? Let's hit into the class and illustrate how to get that, effect on your senator. These are the measurements I'm going to be using. Whatever measurement you're going to use, stick to it. I will show you the alterations, all right, you are going to apply to get the best result for that. All right, so for me, I'm going to be using a shoulder. Because the paper is a bit small, I'll use a shoulder of 16. I will use a chest measurement of 38, and the full length, that can be anything, okay? So whatever I use is fine. Whatever I use is fine. So for us to achieve that style there, first of all, this is your fabric. You need to fold it into two, all right? All right, so after folding your fabric into two, you need to consider your chest measurement, okay? So since the chest measurement I'm using is 38, if you divide 38 by 4, you'll be having 9.5. I think that's right, 9.5, all right? So basically, this is my 9.5 right here. But as you all know, we need to get the side vent allowance, all right? Slit or vent, however you call it. So because of that, I'll be adding 2.5 inches. That's so that it will serve as my seam allowance and the side vent allowance. So 9.5 plus 2.5, that should give you 12 inches. So this paper originally is supposed to be folded at what? 12 inches. I hope you are following, guys. And in case you are here to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that whenever I drop even how to sew this, you will be notified. All right. So this is it. This is my paper. I folded it on what? On 12 inches. Okay. So ideally, if I were not, if I was not including that side vent on my work, ideally this is how I'll fold the fabric. Okay. Now what is remaining for us to add now is the allowance that will enable us achieve that side slit there. Okay. And that allowance is going to be an allowance of minimum of 5 inches. All right, minimum of 5 inches. So I'm going to add 5 inches more to this so that it will aid us to achieve that side slit there. So this is addition of what? 5 inches. This is the 5 inches mark, all right, from my normal folding. Okay, I'll still come here and do what? And add my 5 inches, okay, so that I can get a straight line. All right, so it means I am going to cut this on the 5 inches mark. So let's get it. All right, let's get it. All right, so that's why we're going to cut out the fabric. I'm going to cut outside the line so that you can still have the line there. You can make it 6 inches if you want to have excess allowance. You can make it 6 inches, but I don't really need it that much. Okay, so now back to our normal folding for a normal senator top. This is the folding. Now let's get something that will be very useful for us so that we identify where that line should be. Okay, now this is my paper. I said my shoulder is 16, right? The shoulder I'm using is 16. So 16 divided by 2, that will give you 8, all right? Plus seam allowance, that becomes 8.5, all right? That is it there, all right? So this is my shoulder, the wideness of my shoulder. Take note of this point. The next thing I'm going to do is to get the size of the what? The chest. We said our chest is what? 38 divided by 4. That will give you 9.5. So this is 9.5. All right. So this being 9.5, it means this is what? The wideness of our shirt. Let's say this is the arm. All right. This is the arm. All right. Hope you get what I'm saying. This is the arm. I'm illustrating. So if this be, then that line is falling somewhere here. Mind you, our target line is to identify where that line is for. That line is falling somewhere at about, let's say from the center, you have 5 inches from the center. 5 inches from the center. 5 inches from the center. Because the line is by the side, okay? The line is by the side. It's falling at about 5 inches from the center. So which means this is where the line should be. About 5 inches from the center. So knowing where the line will be will now guide you on how to go about this. All right. So now this is where we want our line to be. Right. Now let me show us how we are going to go about it now. So now, knowing where our line should be, we're now going to, mind you, when you are using, use chalk, don't use an ink like this that you don't stain your fabric, all right? So that excess 5 inches we added for our bend, we are going to mark that 5 inches here. So this is the 5 inches, right? This is the 5 inches, all right? So you will use your chalk and you will still join this line using your chalk, all right? All these lines you are using your chalk and it is on the good side of the fabric, okay? So the next thing for us to do now, this was the 5 inches we gave for the side slit. So we are going to take this line to come and meet this one here. Are we together? So I'm going to move this line to come do what? Meet this line here. Mind you, the slit is facing outwards, all right? I believe some sharp brains are already getting it. If you enjoyed this video, please let me see your comment, let me see your like, subscribe, share the video, all right? And if you check in my description, there's a link to my WhatsApp group. If you want to connect to me on WhatsApp so that you will ask questions and get one-on-one with me, check my description in the description below and click that link to join my WhatsApp group. So you see, all right? I'm going to use pins to pin this. So quickly, I'll pin it so as to have this shape maintained. I'll open this way and I'll pin it here so that it won't shake, all right? I'll pin it here. I'll still pin it. I'll pin about 3 places so that it won't scatter, all right? So I'll pin it, all right? So this cannot move, all right? So the next thing for me to do is to now fold my fabric back, all right? Can you see this? I'll fold my fabric back, all right? Can you see this? I'll apply my measurement and I will cut the top, all right? So this is it now. I've folded this back and you see everything is back in shape and we have our side slit here. I'm going to show you something, how to work with the side slit. I've not opened it, you see it's still together. Just be patient with me, I'll show you how you open the slit. So the next thing for us to do, let us get this correctly, okay? I was just illustrating something here. So let's get it correctly. So by the time you slant your shoulder, all right? By the time you slant your shoulder, if it is 3 inches, you are slanting it fine. By the time you slant your shoulder, 3 inches, by 3 inches I mean if you are slanting this way, all right? Here is just 2 inches, don't worry. Normal slanting is about 2.5, 3 inches, as the case might be. So you slant your shoulder, all right? The next thing is take your shoulder measurement, which is what? 8.5. My own shoulder is 16, divided by 2 is 8.5. And then I'll get my what? My arm now. How do you get your arm? It's shoulder divided by 2, all right? So if you divide 16 by 2, you will be having 8.5, all right? 16 by 2, you have 8. All right, but remember, guys, I always tell that you minus 1.5 inch from it. So that brings us back to what? To 6.5. I've explained severally why you minus this 1.5, so I'm not going to go there so I don't waste time. So the next thing for us to get is what? The chest measurement, which is what? 9.5 plus 3/4 inch seam allowance. That becomes here. All right. So this is our shoulder. Our shoulder is 8.5. We extend it 8.5 here. So we can cover our shoulder. All right. We extend it here. We know all these things, okay? We know all these curving formulas, all right? I'm not going to go much into this. What I'm showing us basically is how to achieve this. So next thing, we'll get the midpoint, all right? We take 2 inches up from here. We come in by 1 inch so as to curve our arm, and we curve it from here, touching this 1 inch here back to the shoulder, all right? Hope this is clear and that is taken, all right? The next thing is to go ahead and locate your side bend. Whatever allowance you are given to get the side bends, and extend your chest measurement here. We say 9.5 is our chest measurement plus. Here we'll make it 1 instead of 3/4. Join this line to this line, all right? And you cut your top. All these guys, we have all these videos on my channel, how to cut a senator top. I'm not doing this today. What I'm seriously doing is how to achieve this, okay? So if you are saying you don't understand what I'm cutting here, the best thing to do is to check my channel, and you will find about 3, 4, 5 videos on how to cut a center top, all right? So that is not our emphasis today. Today, our target is how to achieve this here, all right? So, but what I'm doing here is very, very important. It's accurate, it's correct. There's nothing wrong with it. So the next thing now is for us to open this inside, okay? This is our vent here. So what you are going to do is that, what you are going to do is this. We are going to run this. We are going to mark where you want, how long you want your vent to be. So you will mark. If you want your vent to be as long as, let's say, 10 inches from down, this is it, all right? So you will open to this side. You are going to mark 10 inches here. You're going to mark 10 inches here. So you will start stitching from here to this point here. Can you see that? You will stitch from here to here, which means from here to here down, your vent will open. That's not all. Like I said, if you want, you can leave this vent to be like this. All right? Just to be like this. But if you want, you can still go ahead and separate it here. All right? And if you want to separate it, this is how you are going to do. You simply do what? Separate it beginning from up to down. You want to separate it. You actually separate it beginning from up to down. And I'll show you what you do after separating it. Just pay close attention. We're almost done. So after separating this, now look at our top. You see, it's free now. You see? All right. So, but you can see the edges of the fabrics are looking rough. Okay. So what you will simply do is that you will turn it over and you will hem this way. All right. You will hem this way with the aid of a hemming gum. All right. And even this, you will hem it inside, okay? Guys, I believe this is simple and you understand what I'm doing here. After this class, I'm expecting to see so many persons do this tie and drop it. Let's see your result, okay? So if I open this now, you can see that the edges are not rough again. You can see they are very smooth, you can see, because I've hemmed it inside. So you completely hem this one to the body here, while this one you completely hem it to the body this side. So you see, we have achieved our result. So as you can see in this image right there, that is how to achieve that style. If you enjoyed this video, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. And like I said, there's a link to my WhatsApp group in the description. Click that link and join my WhatsApp group so that we'll do more business as concerning patterning fashion. Welcome to my YouTube channel, the best fashion channel in the world. See you in my next class.